Good evening. Thank you so much for this opportunity to address you all. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity to address this very complex issue and to provide you perhaps with a point of view that you don't hear often, either in the news, by candidates, or read in the newspaper. And so it's really important that we understand, and if we don't understand, that we keep seeking information so as to clarify what it means with respect to immigration in our country and how it's changing. So I want you to use this time to ask yourself, from the information that you hear, to make a determination about whether immigration reform, is it an opportunity for America at this crucial time in our lives? And I want to especially thank you for this respectful dialogue opportunity, which I expect this, even though it's called a debate, that we're going to have tonight. So thank you so much. Immigration is an economic issue, and we have to remember this so that we can be able to focus on the benefits that it provides us. Because if we stray from this idea, it simply becomes a multi-headed hydra that seeks to divide us rather than unite us. So from the beginning in this country, immigration has been for a benefit of our economy, our Constitution, our rights. The Naturalization Act in 1790 brought us the first round of entry into the America, where all you needed to do was be free to get here and become part of it. In 1892, we began to restrict who entered the country because we wanted to form the country a certain way. We wanted people who wanted to be part of this affluency that was building in our country. And I give you these dates in history so you can get a sense of how America was created and how that opportunity was provided for everyone to come here and work hard. And somehow we derailed from that. We were created on the concept of capitalism. Adam Smith wrote his Wealth of Nations in 1776, and it provided for our system of opportunity. And we took those concepts and applied them. Our opportunities became the structure for our wealth of what we have now. But we also had a sense of who we wanted to come into this country and create it. And so we set up quotas in our immigration system of who could enter, stay, and be part of us. So from 1917 to 1924, we had restrictions based on country of nationality or origination. So if you were from Japan, Italy, Eastern Europe, and Ireland, you were limited to the number of visas or not even allowed into the United States at all. And what happened is we started restricting more entrants into this country. And when we do so, we restrict opportunity. And this is something in this particular bill that we're looking to lift at the moment, or suspend these quotas so that we can provide more opportunity for job creators to come into the US. So, because in immigration law we have two panels. We have one that focuses on economic opportunity, and we have the other that focuses on family unification. And they're both good. And they're both part of the Immigration Nationality Act that became part of 1952. And then in 1965, we changed that a little bit so that the quotas were lifted, not from national origin, but it focused more on job opportunity or skills, and then sort of, and then family unification, sort of. So both of these systems, economic and family-based, seek to get to that middle ground of legal permanent residency and US citizenship. That's the most coveted part of what we heard earlier, someone become a naturalized citizen. And so everyone who comes to America wants to have that opportunity to be part of this country, to be part of the US system, to be part of that economic prosperity. So, but along the way, we attract the brightest under our visa systems. We tell them that they can come here for a certain set of years, but then we send them home. These are the job creators of those visa-creating job opportunities that we lose. They go home back to their countries, create businesses there, and have a plethora of wealth for their countries. So we miss out on that opportunity. This bill seeks to change that. We want to open up the opportunity for those high-skilled workers, for those executive managerial people, for those entrepreneurs who want to come here. So we're going to give a little bit more leeway to these job creators, as opposed to just setting a quota and sending them home and having America lose out. So reforms have been passed from 1986 in this country having to do with immigration. And starting in 1986, of course, you all have heard of the amnesty that was passed. That included 5 million people. 2 to 3 million were given the opportunity to apply for legal permanent residency. And that was great, except the availability of visas didn't exist. A few of them were able to apply. And that particular amnesty bill didn't give them a set of time where they could become US citizens. They could stay here as legal permanent residents forever. What that did is, it didn't give us US citizens. Many of them stayed legal permanent residents. So we didn't have people who were loyal to this country. So this particular bill gives them the opportunity to either decide, stay in the country or leave, which is wonderful because then we don't have transient workers, workers that come here, yes, they work, pay taxes, but then they stay here. They don't have love of country. They don't have commitment to us. They wouldn't die for our country. I, for one, want someone who is willing to commit to us, become US citizens, and fight for us. So along the way, that number of 5 million, 2 million became legal permanent residents, 3 million stayed on, and the residual grew into another heavy burden in 1996. By then, it was 8 million who were here undocumented. And every time we pass a reform, we give this false sense of security that if you apply for a form of relief, what we call in immigration law, you'll be provided the opportunity to stay in this country, and that's false, because the availability of visas just does not exist. And we start setting quotas for people based on the country of origin. The same quota that we were supposed to have done away with in 1965 still exists. So if you are from the Philippines, if you are from India, if you are from China, and you are from Mexico, the wait for a visa at times is, the wait for visa is 8 to 20. So business opportunities for H-1B visas especially is depleting. We don't have enough people coming to the US. So in closing, think about this. In past times we had quotas, we're losing on the opportunity. Do we want to be a country that stagnates and grows backward, or do we want to be a country that grows with prosperity, with immigration? Thank you.